The Office of the eSafety Commissioner should be disbanded. Let's talk about it. The idea for the Office of the eSafety Commissioner was sold by some as a means to protect children online and rid us of the scourge of child sexual exploitation material. But instead, the government has created a taxpayer-funded digital janitor.
In July of this year, our remit was extended to just looking after the safety of children, to the safety of all Australians. I think we're going to have to think about a recalibration of a whole range of human rights that are playing out online, from freedom of speech.
Sweeping up every embarrassing mess made by the left and hiding it under the rug of community safety. Let me give you some examples. The Office of the eSafety Commissioner has attempted to scrub from the internet the murder of Irina Zarutska.
A chilling new video showing the last moments of a Ukrainian refugee's life right before being stabbed to death by a man with a lengthy criminal record on a train in North Carolina. This happened weeks ago.
Irina was murdered by a man well known to police who was arrested then released numerous times because of left-wing soft-on-crime policies. And we can't have the internet showing people the bloody results of soft-on-crime policies now, can we? So the Office of the eSafety Commissioner attempted to force social media companies to erase the evidence. Or what about Australian Teddy Cook, the high priestess of gender ideology? Teddy is a woman who purports to be a man. This activist landed a job at the World Health Organization expert panel drafting care guidelines for trans and non-binary people. And in her spare time, she plugs bondage parties, trans orgies, public nudity, bestiality, drugs, and taxpayer-funded sex changes. Dare to question her crusade to re-educate your children, and the eSafety Office descends faster than a drag queen at story time. The eSafety Commissioner attempted to force X to remove a post by Canadian Chris Alston, aka Billboard Chris, in which he misgendered Teddy Cook.
Something's happened recently, though, in Australia. What's going on there?
Yes, so I criticized the appointment of a woman named Teddy Cook. She was appointed to a panel of 20 so-called experts on the World Health Organization to draft healthcare policy for children and adults who are struggling with trans identification. Now, Teddy Cook is a woman who was written about in the Daily Mail, and it was this article that I quoted where she's promoted bestiality, bondage, drugs, and I don't think this is someone who should be writing policy for children.
So you criticized her, but the real problem was that you misgendered.
That's right. So in Australia, they have an office in the government called the eSafety Commissioner, and her job, this is an American woman named Julia McGrant, her job is to control what Australians can say and see on the internet, and she ordered my post taken down.
Because in modern Australia, asking what a woman is signals that you are a far-right extremist. And what about Charlie Kirk, another conservative patriot who was murdered by yet another far-left LGBTQIA2S plus extremist? Deleted. And remember Bishop Mari Emanuel, attacked in Sydney while preaching peace by someone allowed to enter Australia due to the left's obsession with multiculturalism. When people dared link the stabbing to radical Islam, the eSafety Office went full blackout. Can't have reality spoiling the diversity brochure, now can we? You see the pattern here? The left creates the chaos. The eSafety Commissioner swoops in and deletes the evidence. And Australians are told to move along, nothing to see here. Censorship, dressed up as compassion, is still censorship. We don't need a bureaucrat with a delete key deciding which opinions are safe and which are not. The eSafety Commissioner isn't keeping Australians safe. She's keeping the left comfortable. When Australia's eSafety Commissioner demands that news footage be taken down, it's the digital equivalent of deleting the crime itself. Once the footage disappears, so does the public record. The event may have happened, but officially it didn't. Editors, at least, have a purpose. They have motivations, a brand, a worldview. But what exactly is the purpose of the eSafety Commissioner's editing of news? Now, no one is suggesting that social media should be the Wild West. Adults should be free to decide for themselves what they want to see or avoid. Some argue the eSafety Commissioner is protecting children, but that's not what's happening. She's acting as a national editor of truth and falsehood, and her edits always seem to align neatly with the government's ideology. When you censor something that happened in the real world, at a real place, in a real time, to real people, you're not protecting anyone. What are you doing? You're rewriting reality. Australia's eSafety Commissioner isn't ensuring safety. She's becoming the 2025 version of the Ministry of Truth from George Orwell's 1984. And that's why today, the office of the eSafety Commissioner is cancelled. I'm Senator Alphabet for United Australia Party.